In this video, I asked the question, is this the best reflection pool in the UK? Although I've been to other commercial reflection pools and have even made one myself, the reflection pool that David Tipling has at his Woodland Hide in Norfolk is, in my opinion, the best that I've been to. And in this video, I'll explain why I think that. So in this video, I've come up to Norfolk and I've come up to David Tipling's Woodland Hide, really to photograph at his reflection pool. Big advantage of this site is that David gets birds I'd never ever get at my old sites or anything like that, or even probably the new location that I'm going to be setting a hide at. He gets crossbills here, he gets siskins, he's got a very tame wren that will come and really put on a good display. He'll get male and female blackcaps, a whole range of woodland birds that I don't usually get in my sort of location. The great thing about, for me, this particular setup is that a lot of reflection pools do look a little bit, how can I put it, reflection pooly. They look a little bit false. You can tell straight away they've been taken at a reflection pool. The big advantage of this setup is it's perfectly natural. You can shoot from the hide and you get a ground level aspect, and the background is just so natural. The water is probably something like about 2 inches deep, and when we came down here with David this morning, and he set us up in the, I came down with a friend, set us up in the hide, and he had to bring some water to top the pool up, and it did take a lot of water. It took, I think he got 4 25-litre cartons of water that he had to put in here because it will dry out otherwise, and he doesn't have water on tap here. But the pool is brilliant, and I've got some shots here today that I'm absolutely over the moon with. So what I've done is, it's gone a bit quiet. I've just come out here just to sort of have a stretch. And what I'll do is I'll actually show you around the pool and show you it in detail. So the reflection pool measures something like about 5 foot across by something like 7 or 8 foot in depth. The nice thing about it is the edges. The edges are logs and moss and that sort of thing. So when the birds actually come up on here, it's a little bit too high for them to actually drink from this angle here down to there. So the nice thing about it is this background here, the edge at the background here, you've got a very natural looking sort of background. You've got all that vegetation. Normally with a reflection pool you get this clear backdrop, but here there's lots of vegetation. Also it gives the birds lots of cover. When they come in there and say if a predator came down, they've got lots of cover to get into. And certainly the birds love this because it's nice and shallow. You've got that moss and the earth going right into the pool. But it's an absolutely brilliant setup. So this is the hide David has. It will take 2 people comfortably. Now you'll notice at the front there's glass there. That's two-way glass. You can shoot through it. You lose about a stop of light, but the quality is excellent. There's no degradation or anything like that, and it's absolutely brilliant. So this is the view that you get from the hide. As you can see with this glass, you can see through it very clearly. And from the front of the hide, the birds just see a black screen. They can't actually see you, so you can move around, change things about, change lenses. You don't have to worry about scaring the birds or anything like that. One bird that's really has been a star today, and one of my favourite birds, is the wren. And there's a wren that hops about here and is really putting on a very nice display. But we've had crossbills in, male and female juveniles. We've had blackbirds, robins, great tits, blue tits, coal tits, dunnock, siskin. So it really has been a very productive morning. So what I'll do is I'm going to stay here until this evening. The light's coming round behind, it's more or less directly behind the hide now, so it's full on sun there. But round about midday, birds have a little bit of a siesta. They'll sit away in the shade and just, you know. It should pick up later on this afternoon and early this evening, where birds should start to come back for a drink and bathe, and hopefully get some very, very nice shots then. But it has been a great session here, and I'd certainly recommend anyone wanting to come up to David's hide. You'll get some very, very natural looking pictures of really not particularly common birds. So although it's good to photograph the birds drinking and bathing down at the edge of the water, the smaller birds will often fly onto the background vegetation first, have a good look round to check it's safe, and then come down to the pool to drink and bathe. Sometimes, after a good splash about, they will often fly up onto the vegetation and shake their feathers to dry off. All the stills and video are taken using the OM1 Mark II. I only have one OM1 Mark II body, so I still use the old OM1s as well. When the OM1 Mark II first came out, I was asked how much difference is there between the autofocus on the OM1 Mark I and the new OM1 Mark II. To be honest, if shooting stills, I don't really notice there's that much difference, and would often have to check the camera to see which model I was actually using. At David's hide, I was shooting video on the OM1 Mark II and decided to swap bodies and use the OM1 Mark I. Wow, what a difference. For video, the autofocus on the OM1 Mark II is vastly better than on the Mark I. It's a lot more sticky, holds focus a lot better. So I quickly reverted back to using my OM1 Mark II. Although all video in the video is shot at 4K 60 frames per second, most of the footage is slowed down in post-production by 50% to give a smoother clip. In this part of the video I've come back for another session at David Tipling's hide. Now there's not many hides in the UK where I'd go one week, go back the following week, but this one is definitely worth it. Because of the range of birds that we get here, but also the actual setting looks so natural. And with this sort of photography you never really know what's going to turn up. We've had birds turn up this session which we didn't have last time. And it's been absolutely brilliant. The light's been fantastic today. I've got some really nice video, some nice stills, and it's been a very enjoyable day. But for me the big advantage of this particular hide and reflection pool is, for me, it's the best reflection pool that I've ever been to. And the range of birds that you get coming down here is amazing. So I would certainly recommend anyone coming to this hide. So the big advantage of this setup, well, two reasons really. One is that as far as reflection pools go, and I've been to a number of commercial reflection pools, I've had two of my own. This one is certainly the best one that I've ever seen. It looked so natural, but not only that, it's the range of birds that you get here. So many, I mean, we've photographed something like about 15 or 16 different sort of varieties of birds here. And it's been a fantastic day. I certainly recommend anyone in the UK, if you want a good day, a reflection pool hide this time of the year, when there's lots of birds coming in bathing, this is really the best place to go. So contact David Tipling and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So, is this the best reflection pool in the UK? Well, in my opinion it is, but bear in mind this is my personal view. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe and you will be notified of future uploads. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.